Yes, bhai. Jigas bhai, the recording has been started.
Uh, Hello, everyone.
Yes,
So, hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, this is problem statement for Madon project of September 2024 term, where they want you to create an application that's called household services application, where simple users can ask for any service such as cleaning or something like that, and then professionals are there who can accept those service requests. This is basics about the application that is as part of project. And in order to create any application development project, you first have to know the requirements that you are supposed to build. So here they have listed the roles. So one of them is admin role, then another is service professional, and then there are few users which will log in as customers and then they will consume the services. So basically here they gives information about what all can be part of service table and then what all can be part of service request table. So here they mentions the core functionalities for the application. So this is the place where uh, from where you should start creating your database. So you have to read all of them and then you have to understand what all you need to put inside the tables in your database. So if you read these core requirements, they have mentioned till here, it will give you sense of what all should go into the database. So in order to search for name, location, pin code uh, for a particular service, you will need these columns in your tables. So this is where you get to know about how your database will be structured, because these are the things that you will be doing. So this is what it is. So for example, here in order to create a service with some base price, you will need to have some name of that particular service, then some price will be there, and then time required to create for time required in which that service can be completed. So these are the few things that you will need to put into your database. So reading those core functionality gives you idea about how your database would look like. So once you have a structure of your database in your mind, then you start writing code in your model.py. So model.py have um, all the models. Models is basically some tables where you store information and how one table is linked with the other table. For example, if it is it have a relationship one to one or many to one. So those are the things you need to keep in mind, and then you need to create the database based on that. Once you have created the database, then you start writing code that have API part, which is essential for creating the endpoints. So for example, uh, this particular meet have got meet.com as the domain, and then something behind it is called the endpoint or something like that. And they used to provide a basic wireframe that needs to be followed. So this is login page that can be used for the admin, and admins are not supposed to register because admin is the one who controls all the functionalities and every single bit of your data on the application. So nobody should be admin. There should be only single admin who monitors the application. Then this is for customers, and then this is for services. So these are different kind of users that can register on the application, and they can even log into the application. Then once you log into the application, this is how service professionals dashboard look like. So they, based on the service, based on the functionalities they are allowed to do, there can be feature of creating new services, and you will be listing those existing services here, and all the professionals. Okay, I think this is admin dashboard. So admin is allowed to create a new service, and they can even monitor the existing services. They can flag those services, or they can delete those services from the database, and they can even approve or reject. So if there is some professional who should not be a professional, so he might have done something which is unethical, in that case they need to remove it or do whatever. So that can be done by the admin. So all those sort of things, little details are there. And then they ask you to make some charts or something like that. And this is service professional dashboard, how it looks like. So it have got on the home page, you can give options like this. So this is some customer who is booking a particular service, and then the service professional can decide whether to accept it or reject it. And then all those previous uh, service details will be listed here. So this is one wireframe that they will provide you, but you can always tweak this wireframe, and you can decide to mm, do something extra on top of this wireframe. And then if you want to create something extra, then you can uh, always create APIs out. So there is certain coding style. If you create APIs, then you can use it at many places. Whereas if you create a single application, then whatever you return a HTML page, and then that HTML page is what gets rendered. But if you create APIs, the same API you can use in your Mat 2 project, and even you can use it in some other project. So API is something you created once, and you can use it at multiple places. So if you want to write APIs, then that will fetch you some good marks, and you can even get best project award.
Sir, APIs are, I'm from a non-programming background. Kindly, can you tell these APIs are being written in which language?
So yeah, in Mad 1 project, you will be using Flask to write APIs and everything.
No, but API is basically automatically fetching the data from two different sources, correct? In a periodic form. See, can you just give me an example where API will be helpful in a, like, library management or in a quiz master where this API will be helpful?
So let us say if you want to access all the services that is available on a particular application, then what you can do, you can send some request to a endpoint. And what that endpoint will do, it have got get request, and then it can fetch some data from the database. So instead of fetching something from the database itself, we create something called API, and that interacts with your database.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And then you can, what you can do, you can put some front end validations. So if you have got some password, in password, if you want some capital characters and some special characters, that's where form validation comes. So you can use something called WTF forms in order to validate those input fields. And then backend validations are something that also you can do. And these are optional functionalities. So you can provide some beautiful style sheets to it. And in Mad1 project, they don't restrict you to use some login system. You can use basic form, or even you can use something complicated such as Flask login or Flask security, or even you can use JavaScript web tokens or something like that. And if you want to create some payment portal, you can even do that. So if customer is a user who needs to pay to service professional, then you can create a dummy payment portal, and it can be realistic, and it's up to you how you want to do it. So these are the optional functionalities. If you do these functionalities, the only benefit that you will get is you can uh, you can be awarded as best award, best project award or something like that. And once you create the project, what you have to do, you have to create a report which have all the information about which all modules you have used, and all the information you can write some file that have information about all the endpoints, and you can even write some YAML file which allows users to interact with your endpoints with mm, different uh, requests such as GET or POST or something like that, and you can put it inside the report. So report can have the following things: student details, and then project details which have some problem statement attached to it, and then framework and library that you have used, then diagram of your database which shows how one table is connected to some other table, and then API resource endpoint. As I said, you can mention if this is a particular endpoint, if I send a GET request to this endpoint, then what is the expected response that I will get. And then you also have to create some presentation video, which could be some 2 or 3 minute video, which so in that video you can show all the functionalities of your application, and it must be in a PDF format. And then this is the project format. So that should be a that there should be something called project root folder. Within that folder, you should have some code named folder, and then it can have multiple folder within it. So basically, this is what you created zip, and after you unzip it, this is how the project is structure should look like. So all these files must be inside a folder. So this report should also be inside a folder itself. And then there will be two Vivas. One is Viva 1 and then another is Viva 2. In Viva 1, they will check you upon the functionalities of your project. So all these core functionalities which are listed here, they might ask you if you have create if you have created this particular functionality or not, and they will be doing some checklisting, and if you haven't created a particular functionality, then they might deduct your marks. This is what happens in Viva 1. And before starting of any Viva, they will ask you to run some checksum. So what is checksum? Checksum is something that ensures that once you have submitted your project, then you don't change anything. So if you run if you run checksum on a file, and if someone else runs the same same checksum algorithm, then the output that we get must match. And in Viva 2, they will be asking you some questions basically. So there is a sheet on Discourse you can find where all those questions which are which commonly gets asked are there. We can prepare it from that sheet. So, so that is it from my side. If you have some doubt, you can ask.
Why? What is checksum and why it will be used and by whom it will be used?
So what will be happening at the moment you submit your project? Okay. Now, after you submit your project, you should not be doing any changes to your project. So this is the way they make sure that you don't do any change. So what will happen if you are giving your Viva 1? So the file that you have submitted, what Proctor will do, he will download that particular file and then he will run checksum, and then Proctor will ask you to run the checksum on the same file, and if the checksum matches, then only your Viva will proceed. That is way to check that code is not edited after submission.
Okay, I got it, pa. Thank you, pa.
Okay, okay. So guys, you can raise your hands and we can go in a queue. Uh, yes, Rupak, this is a problem statement of Jan 2025 Quizmaster. Right. Since no one have got doubt, then maybe we can stop the recording. Guys, can you ask on the call itself?
Why?
Sir,
We
will
have
you
one more
provide the
question.
recording?
Can we come in the queue?
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Just raise hand. Yeah. Yeah, R Gunuvati.
Yeah, I'm Gunavati. I'm from a non-programming background. I have completed my DBMS. I'm taking MAD one this time, and like generally, these seniors are saying that if I pay for the MAD one project in the same term where I'm taking a theory, like the following term also without paying, I can complete the project, and I am at the advantage of being evaluated at 120 marks instead of 100. Is this true? That is the
Yeah, this
first
is
question.
absolutely true.
Okay, that's fine. But what happens if, since I am a non-programmer, first I will understand this term, all the theory. I don't know whether the same theory I'll be using in the next term project. For some unforeseen circumstance, I'm not able to complete my project in the next term. So in the third term, I have to pay the fees. That's it, and I will be evaluated for 100 marks. That is the only constraint, correct?
Yeah, correct, correct. So you have to repay and you will get evaluated out of 100.
Okay, that's fine. Do we have so far I have not taken any project subject because this is my second term into diploma. Do we have any mentorship for projects? I had a mentorship for a theory paper of MLF, DBMS. Earlier in my foundation also, I had mentorship support. So do we get mentorship support for projects?
Yes, yes, they do provide you mentors for projects as well.
Okay.
There will
Then
be boot camps and online. You can go offline on campus also for the boot camp.
There will be offline
Oh,
boot camps as
okay,
well,
perfect.
and there will be
Okay, fine.
mentor support as well.
Technically, unless I study the subject, I'll not be able to ask questions. So these are administrative questions which I had. And also when you spoke something on the API and that checksum all, I had some doubts. That's the reason I asked. Thank you very much, bye.
So for completing the project, you need to study only 2 to 7 weeks only. So I think if you start early, then it will be fine for you. If you want to complete your project in the same time,
Oh, okay, bye. Fourth week to seventh week.
2 to 7 in general.
2 to 7. Okay,
Yeah.
bye. Thank you.
Himanshu, were you there in the meeting when it started?
Hello,
No, no, I just joined.
sir.
Okay, I was just going to ask if there is something that I missed on.
No.
Hello,
Hi, Ankit.
hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Sir, just wanted to know, will you provide the recording for this session because I want to listen it a few more times.
Yeah, so I think Aradhya is recording this session, so he will be providing you the link
Okay, sure. Thank you.
after the record.
Sure, sure.
I
Thank
think
you.
most probably he is going to upload it to YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, Shubham.
Let's say if we take project and the course like theory course at the same time, like for the project like it should be evaluated like for 120 marks within the same term, or like we have option that we can continue in the second term and like it will be evaluated from 120 marks.
So if you do your project in first on the same term when you have choose to do theory course, or if you do it in the next term, you will get evaluated out of 120.
Okay, so like in the board term it will be evaluated from 120 mark.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Chitam.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, just now one person asked the doubt, no, sir. For two terms, it will be 120 evaluation, and there will be won't be there need not to be pay fees, extra fees. So can
Mhm.
you explain that one, sir? My doubt is same.
So when you register for any project, in so any projects, for example, MAD 1, MAD 2, or BDM or MLP,
Sir,
it is so you can do it in two terms. So if you do it in two terms, you don't have to repay the fee.
sir,
Did you get what I
And
tried
what
to say?
about marks?
Yeah, so for MAD 1 and MAD 2 project, it is 120 marks if you do it in the same term or in the next term. For MLP project, it is 105, and for BDM project, it is 100.
means if I did MAT 1 theory in this term and I completed my MAT 2 project in the next term, then I will be evaluated up to 120 points. and need not to pay the fee for Mat 2 project.
Correct.
Sir?
Yeah, you are correct.
Okay, sir. Sir, and I have
You
another
have to
doubt.
pay the project fees one time. Then, if you pay, suppose if you pay your project fee in this term, then you don't need to pay in the next term if you want to do the project in the next term.
I don't get that, sir.
As you explained.
So okay, basically, if you register for project once, then it is valid up to two terms in the same term or the same, next term. But the condition is you have to uh, you have so, okay, wait. Let us say you are taking Mad 1 course in this term and you have registered for the project in the same term, then you will get evaluated out of 120 marks, and also you can complete your project in two terms. You don't have to pay anything again in the second term.
Okay.
That's what Himanshu tried to say.
Means if I take Mat 1 theory and project in this term, and I can just leave Mat 1 project to the next term without paying any extra fees.
Yeah, but problem statement will change.
Okay, sir. So, okay, for different terms, different project statements will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cannot be like you done your project, half project in this term, and if you want to complete the half in the next term, it can't be done. So the
Okay.
project will, the problem statement will be different for every time.
So if I didn't took them together, but if I take Mat 1 project in this term and then apply for I take Mat 1 theory in this term and then apply for Mat 1 project in the next term, will I need to pay the fees then?
Yeah, you will have to pay the fees because you haven't registered for Mad 1 project in this term.
Okay.
For project, you have to pay fee explicitly.
Okay. Then
But
the
Mad 1
evaluation of
project is
marks will
very
be
much.
different or will be same?
It's different.
Okay. So if I to take both Mat 1 theory and project in this term, then I will be evaluated by 120 points.
Yeah,
Uh,
or in the
and
next term also you will be evaluated out of 120 points.
If you take your
120.
project in the next term also, then also you will be evaluated by 120, but only to the immediate next term of the theory course.
Okay. Okay, sir.
But I
Sir,
would
and
suggest you to if you are taking Mad 1 project along with the theory course, then I would suggest to complete it in with the theory itself, because by first 5 or 6 weeks you should be able to build your project. It teaches you enough of the things that are required to build the project.
okay, sir. Sir, and I have another doubt. Can I take Mat 1 theory and Mat 2 theory at a time? Hello?
Can you repeat your question?
Can I take Mat 1 theory and Mat 2 theory in this term?
No,
In the January exam?
Med 1 is a prerequisite for Med 2, so you have to complete Med 1 first.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hi.
Yes, sir. I means what is the prerequisite of MAD 1 project? First will be the theory part should be completed that I have done. But what about the CGPA? Does it needs to have a 7 CGPA for taking the project?
No, that is requirement for you to be going to degree level.
Okay, okay. For a diploma level, that is not requirement.
No, no, no. So the only requirement to go to degree level is you must have CGPA of 6 in projects and CGPA of 7 in your, oh sorry, CGPA of 6 in theory courses and CGPA of 7 in your projects.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, thanks, thanks.
But to
Siraj,
take project, there is no such requirements.
is it
Okay.
individually the 7 CGP or like? Oh,
It is for project, all the projects, average of all projects.
okay, average. Okay.
And one more question, sir. I means whatever project we have to choose, it is means you will give the project problem statement, or we have to select, or how it is.
It's been released,
So
right? So you can there will be only one project statement for each term, right, Jiraj?
yeah, yeah. So for MAD 1, there is only one project statement, and for MAD 2, I think they allow you to choose between two different project statements.
Okay, okay,
And it's
okay.
been released. You can see the document. Have you posted the link here, Jiraj?
Someone have pasted. I will paste it again.
Okay. Here's the link so they can see. And very important thing, before starting the project, you should see what are the core requirement that is mentioned in the document. So if you follow those requirements, then your project will be very good, because uh, most of the students will be like evaluated first evaluated based on the core requirements in the level 1 viva. So if you haven't done the core functionality in your project, then you won't be able to proceed for level 2, and you will finish with D grade. So just first read your entire document, see what are the core requirements, list them down, and work on that. And also follow when you register for project, you will be added to Google G Space for this project. So read all the instructor messages. They will guide you through all the requirement. They will tell you how to proceed with each requirement, what functionality you have to implement for each requirement. All this stuff they will tell you. So follow everything as per mentioned in the document, and what instructors say in the Google space.
Okay, okay, I will go through it.
So Deepak, you are the next. Deepak Kumar.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. I was going through the student handbook, and I read there that if I am doing MAD theory in this term and project in the next term, it will be
Mhm.
evaluated the marks out of 120, right?
So if you do your MAD 1 theory in this term, and let us say if you can complete your MAD 1 project in this term or the next term,
Yeah.
then you will be evaluated out of 120.
Okay, so what I am asking is that what is what is good. I mean, I am doing theory in this term and doing project in next term, or doing doing both simultaneously.
I would say you can register it in this term because till week 5 or 6, you have everything that is required to build your project
Okay,
for MAD 1. And because of some reason, if you could not complete it, then you can complete it in the next term and you don't have to pay for it again.
no, I'm not asking this. I'm saying that what is good. I mean, doing both simultaneously, or one after the next.
See, Deepak, have you done programming before?
Yeah,
So like Python or this Flask,
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So if you have done, then you should do it in this same term, right? That will be
okay,
good, right? If you will learn some things, and you will be able to apply those things in project at the same time, then it will be good, right?
okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Hi, Ashish. Uh, Ashish, you are not audible in case if you are speaking. You are still not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Sir, I wanted to ask that where can I get these rules? I don't know that the rules like you spoke now. Before this term 120, that all, where can I get that?
In the
I think this is
project,
part of
yeah.
project statement or
No, I think
grading
grading document,
document.
yes. Grading document. In the grading document, it's mentioned. Everything is mentioned. If you go to the project section in the grading document, you
Sir,
will
I don't
see.
know grading. I don't have grading document.
So the grading document for this term is not released yet. But if you see the last term's grading document, then it's there.
Okay, sir. Sir, I also wanted to ask that is this similar to other projects also, like BDM and that all? Like if we take it in this term, if we don't do, and can we continue in next term without paying?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Your registration will be valid for 2 terms. You don't need to pay for the. If you didn't complete your project in this term, then you don't need to pay for the next term.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Uh,
Next.
Gunwati, do you have any questions? I think you have already asked some questions.
No, no, I have some more questions. Sorry. Since this is the first time I'm doing the project, I'm having lots of questions. So generally for this particular paper, already institute is giving us the project title itself, correct? So all the people will
Correct,
be doing the same project, correct?
correct.
Like, say I have 3 months or 90 days or 95 days is the total working days available for this particular term. So is there any intermittent project submission? Like in BDM, they are saying initial proposal, something in the mid and something in the end. So like, can you please advise us, at what time, at what stage of the project should be ready for me to show it to, whether Viva will happen only at the end or some midterm, appraisal also will be there. We needed clarity on that part.
Okay, so there will be only one submission where you submit your whole project, and to submit your project, there will be 3 cycles. So I think it is 3 cycles or 2 cycles that I'm not aware about how it goes in Mad1 if they have changed. But there will be different cycles in which you can submit your project. That uh, basically they call cycles in BDM, but in Mad1 they call it batch. And you, but with regarding to the submission part, you will just be submitting one zip file which have everything that is part of your project. And after you submit the zip file, they will do some plagiarism check. Once that plagiarism check passes, then you will be called for a viva, and then there will be another viva, and after that you get the grade.
Okay.
Hello.
So if I am taking the theory and project, I'll be able to do it in the last cycle, whether it is 2 cycle or 3 cycle in this term. I'll be able to see, like, since I'm from the non-programming background, I will use the last cycle. So if I'm missing in this term and I am ready for the next term, then I can use the first cycle. That is the idea, correct? Is my understanding correct? Why different cycles are available?
So different cycles are available. Let us say if someone have already studied Mad1 theory, then they can do this project very quickly, and they
Okay.
can push their
They can
submissions
submit
in the
it.
first
Yeah.
cycle early.
Okay.
And if someone is doing it along the theory, then they can decide to do it a bit later. So they can use second batch or third batch.
Okay, perfectly okay. One more last question. Generally, like, in Python itself, like when you're asking for a specific code, like, at a this is entry level, we will be using the same pattern of if loop or some certain very basic fundamental concept only we will be implementing. Unless otherwise you have rich hands-on, you can write shorter codes, all those things. So since the entire community is having a single problem statement, like, will I be like, caught in cheating or something? Because even I will write the code in the same way, and any non-programming background person also will be doing a very fundamental coding. So like is like just wanted a clarity.
Okay, so unless you don't copy, there is very less chance that it will plagiarize your code, because the thought process will be different in everyone's mind. And in order to write a particular function, you will be having some different coding style. And again, if it gets plagiarized, if it flags for some reason, you can always write to instructors that I haven't copied it, and for some reason it got plagiarized. Then they can manually check your submission, and then they can uh, consider it as a valid submission.
Just keep in mind that you don't post your code anywhere, because if suppose you haven't done any cheating, but you have posted your suppose one screenshot of your code to some group, and you got like somebody else copy your code, then also it will flag for both of you. So keep those things in mind. And for suppose you are talking about fundamental logics, so I will give you an example. I checked a few things with my friend that we were doing the project in the same term. So there is one functionality of implementing rating in that project. So we decided that we will implement these things. And we write the code separately, and then when we merge the code, it's like completely different, very completely different if you see the logic, because everyone has a different thought process. Even though you are working on exact same lines, but the thought process is very different. So in terms of that, it will be evaluated. It's not like that you have write one line and one for loop, it will be same for everybody, but the logic how you are implementing some things, it will be checked on that basis. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Shubham.
Yeah, I would like to know that is there any like plagiarism tool checker like we can check before submitting the final uh, like file, or like IITM provide us like kind of on a portal?
Actually, IITM doesn't provide you any plagiarism checker, but there are a lot of plagiarism checkers online available that you can use to validate your code. But the plagiarism checker that they are using is not available to us.
Okay, okay then.
Don't worry about these things. If you have done your project by yourself, then no need to worry about it. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Valluri, Bala, Umesh.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, you are audible.
So, what's the difference between evaluation for 100 and evaluation for 120?
So it is just that if you do your project early, they provide you some free marks. You can say they give you some extra marks, not free marks. They give you some
For
extra
early
marks.
submission, extra marks for early submission.
Yeah.
No early submission, but like if you complete your project in the uh, same term or the immediate next term of the theory course, then it will be uh, evaluated for 120 for you. So it's like there's the breakup of level 1 and level 2 viva is like 40% from level 1, and I think 60% from level 2. So it will be like extended 10% from for both the levels. It's like that. We don't have any scoring formula as such they haven't released yet till date, I think. So it's not available that how they evaluate, but it's there. So I don't know how they will it.
Or else,
You
what you can think there is 40% marks for
Actually, hello.
Viva 1, and then
Actually,
there
I
is
took the
60%
Mat
marks.
one in the May term,
Yeah,
but
but gave end term in the September term, and going to complete the project in the next term. So, for me, which marks I will be evaluated, 120 or 100?
like I didn't get your question. Can you repeat your question?
I took the Mat one theory course in the May term, May 2024.
May 2024, and
Yes.
now you are taking the project.
No, no, I completed my end term in this term, September 2024.
Okay, so
Now I'm going to take
so what
my project
I'm
in the next Jan 2025. So for me, which marks it will be evaluated? 120 or 100?
so you have completed your the theory course in this September term, right?
Yes,
So it will.
Anthem, only Anthem, because I am absent for the Anthem in the May term. May.
So basically, you have technically you have completed your theory course in the this September term, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So it will be for 120 for you in the Jan term. You can check with support team once, but
Okay,
most
okay,
likely it's 120.
okay, okay. Thank you.
hi, Komali.
Hello, sir. Actually, I've completed my foundational just now, so I'm entering into diploma. So I'm wondering if I should take Mad One project with Mad One theory right now.
Yeah, you can take Madwan project with Madwan theory. It is very much doable. By just
So
completing first 7 weeks of Madwan theory, you have enough knowledge to build the project.
okay, but is Mad One these projects are considered in CCC credit course?
No,
Okay, okay, and you have mentioned that we can do this project in the immediate next term without paying the additional fees. Why are we doing this without paying fees in the next term?
this is the way IITM have designed.
Like it's not considered as a failed in this course if we repeat it in the second term.
I think you get some I grade or some grade wi- that says you have to repeat incomplete. I think the
Okay,
grade says it
incomplete.
is incomplete, and then you can do it in the next term. But you
So
don't have to pay it again. Yeah.
okay, so the project time limit is the same as 3 months, like a normal course.
Can you
It's
please
early,
repeat?
I think. It's early. I think if your anthem is on, it's the last date of the project submission will be 20 days before the anthem. It's more
Okay,
likely.
that's near the date of quiz two.
After quiz two, maybe 10 days after quiz two.
Okay, so to do this Madman project, what are the coding languages we need to be good in?
Just Python and basic HTML and Bootstrap you need to know.
Okay, that will be taught in the theory part, right?
Yeah, it will be taught in theory part. Week 2 to week 7 will be enough for you if you see the
Okay.
lectures.
And what is this about Viva? And this Viva is only there for projects or other theory?
No,
All
it will be for projects. So in Viva, they will whatever you have done in your project, whatever the application you have made, they will in the level one Viva they will check that you have considered all the core requirement in your project. You have done all the core requirement in your project, and in the level two they will ask you about theory course, like everything it has that has been taught in theory course will be asked. I'll share a, wait, a spreadsheet here. All the level 2 Viva questions are present, then you can prepare according to this for
Okay.
level 2 Viva. It's great resource. Uh, Bookmark it. It will be very helpful for your Viva.
Thank you. And this level 1 project must be completed only to enter into level 2, right?
It's not project. It's Viva, right? So
Yeah, level 1 Viva.
yeah, yeah. If you will like, if you have passed the level 1, then you will be able to book your slot for level 2.
Level 1 Viva, like they will only ask questions on the
In
project
level
you.
1 Viva, they will ask you to show the demo of your application.
Okay.
So
By
they
screen sharing.
they have a project document. They have said that these things that you have to implement in your project. They will see that while you give the demo, they will see that you have implemented these things or not. They have a checklist that if you tick all these things, then you are good to go. It will be like uh, 10 to 20 minutes Viva, and you don't have asked many questions on that Viva. But if you go to level 2 Viva, then all the theory courses, that theory questions that you have theory topics that you have studied in med 1, that will be asked.
Okay. And this only for project, it's only about the submission of the project with a presentation video, I guess, right?
Yeah, one presentation video and one project report, uh,
Okay.
a PDF file with 2 3 pages, and all the things that you have implemented in your project. It will be like a report that whatever you have done in the project.
Okay. Will this be explained by the teachers, like how we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do
it
it?
will be explained. You will join Google Space, and you will be joined Google Space. They will add you in that space, so everything will be communicated in that space. Whatever Viva dates, whatever submission dates, all that stuff will be communicated through that space or email.
Okay. Is it preferable to take DBMS or PDSA before this Madvan project?
DBMS is a prerequisite. I think co-requisite or prerequisite. I don't know, but yeah, you have
Co-requisite.
to co-requisite. So you have to do DBMS along with it.
Okay.
PDSA is not required for this.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. I had one question to ask. One second.
Chiraj, it's not been pinned. I think the link that I have shared is it pinned? It's
Yeah, it
not
is
showing
pinned.
to me. Okay,
To me, it is showing you have pinned it.
okay.
Yeah, and this 120, 105 marks is there, right? It's only about early submission.
It's about when you complete the project. You do it in the same term of when you complete the theory course, or in the next term of the theory course.
Okay, okay,
It's not about early submission, like in the in like the submission will be happen in 3 windows in the term. So it will be like uh, you have completed your project early, then you can submit your project in February, and then you can take your Viva in the starting of March. So it will be like in batches. So if you complete your project in March, then you can submit your project in March mid or end, whenever the window opens, and then immediately after 10 days you can take your Vivas. So
o-
there will be three slots, 3 batches for the this
okay,
project.
okay. And what if we do Mad One project in the third term after taking the theory part now? Suppose January I take Mad One. If I take the project in the third term, like if the project is not being considered, if I fail or if I'm not, if I get I grade, incomplete, and if I have to do it in the third term, should I pay it again?
So if you have registered for the project in the same term of the theory, then you
Oh,
not need to um, like
pay.
pay for the next term. If you register for the project in the next term of the theory, then
Okay.
you don't need to pay for the
Third term.
third term. But in the third term, you won't be evaluated with 120.
Okay, okay.
And if you register in third term, then the payment will not be like you are not a
Okay. What I have understood is if I take the theory and the project right now, I can be considered with 120 marks for this term only. And in the second term, I can't get 120 marks.
this term and the second term,
Okay.
like
If I
immediate.
take both together, if I complete this term and project, I can get 120 marks. There's a chance. And even if I complete it in the second term also, there's a chance that I might get 120 marks.
So after the second term, there won't be any evaluation with 120.
Okay.
In
And
third
if
term, in fourth term, in fifth term, any term if you complete,
okay.
it won't be there.
And if I take the theory project now, and in the next term I'll freshly join the project, that particular term has 120 marks availability. Then if I have to continue it, if I get a I grade the third term,
Yeah,
from when I have taken the theory, I can't get 120 marks in that term.
correct, correct.
Okay.
It will be for 2 terms only.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, is this recording available on YouTube? Will it be available?
So Aradhya will make it available on YouTube.
Yes, it will be available on YouTube and it will be posted on Sundarban's YouTube channel. I will paste the link of our YouTube channel in the chat box. You can go and subscribe the channel, and if you want to watch the session recording, you can watch it there. The session recording will be uploaded by tomorrow.
Okay.
I did not get an email regarding this meeting. One of my friend has sent it. Is it regarding how specific? Because I do not belong to Sundarban. Where I will, if after you upload, where I will be able to see this recording? Kindly provide clarity.
Yes, I will be sharing the YouTube link of our house channel. It will be uploaded on that channel specifically. And it is for PEN BS level students, but the organizing house is Sundarban's house.
Sorry for interrupting. Can you please mention the channel name right now?
Sundarban's house. I am pasting the link of our channel.
Okay. Thank you.
Sahaya,
Yeah, hello. Good evening, sir.
good evening.
Yeah, I have one question is like if I am taking the project this term and suppose I'm unable to complete it and I'm extending to the next term, so what will be the question for the project? Should that will be this term's question, or should I do it freshly again from the next term question, sir?
So if you do it in the next term, then project statement will change.
Okay, so suppose I am completing the project but unable to attend the Viva, or somehow I am unable to pass that. So when if I have to do second term next term, then the project statement will be new. I should start fresh. I cannot go with the same project, right?
Uh, yes, but there is some, so you can even pass it. They, I think they allow you to pass it with D or E grade.
No, for that I think level one Viva should be done, right?
Yeah, yeah. If you have done your level one Viva and if you cannot pass level two Viva in 2 attempts, then you get E grade. Is this correct, Himanshu?
If you
I think they allow
if
you to attend 2 times level two Viva.
yeah, if submit the project early, then it will be 2 times. Like suppose you like submit the project in the first window, then if you fail the level two Viva, then you will be again get a chance to appear for that specific Viva only. But suppose you will skip the level two, then you will be given grade D grade.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sir. Suppose if I'm maybe I don't know how you're saying I can do that in next term, right?
No, no, it's not. It's not next term. It's in the immediate term. If
And
but
if I cannot complete in this term, then I can extend it to next term.
no, no, no. There won't be an extension for anyone.
Okay, so
There are some students that who are having this project as a last project, so they are also not able to go to the degree level because of this thing, because they haven't done the viva or all that stuff.
Okay, sir. So if we cannot complete this term, then you told us that we can do in next term without paying, right? So it will be a fresh one. The new project document only we should do, and we cannot go with the old one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. The
Yeah.
the payment will be the old one, but the statement will be the new statement.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's
Sir, for what reasons people will not be able to clear the Viva? Kindly, can you give some insight? Because if I have done my project, I should be able to explain it. So, see, I'm from a non-programming background, and I'm an elderly person. I'm 52 years old. I'm a working professional, so I'm not able to visualize what can be the condition where I can fail in the Viva. Kindly, can you give clarity, please? Will they ask any technical question not related to my project, but related to Flask or HTML, those type of questions they will ask, or they will ask each and everything inside my project?
So in the level two, they'll ask these things like what is an API, what API does. Suppose they will ask you about ORM, what is ORM. You will go to uh, study these things in theory courses. So you have to remember all these things, and you have to basically tell them that what these things and how this thing has been done, and in your project how you implement these things. And the most reasons that the viva student won't be able to pass the viva is that they haven't completed the core requirements in level 1. In level 1 they basically check you have done these, but this set of requirement that is mentioned in the grading document. If you have done these requirement in your project, then you will be able to pass the your vivas. Basically you will get a grade for this project. You won't be failed for this project. So just keep in mind that you implement all the necessary functionality, all the core functionality that is mentioned in the document. In level 2 Viva, they will ask technical questions too. So all the theory, all the stuff that you study in the theory courses. So the coding will be only 2 to 7 week, but there are other stuffs that you need to study in theory course. So all these things will be asked in level 2. I've shared this great spreadsheet in the chat that is pinned. You check this and you will able to see what type of question you have been the proctor has been asked to student. And they will also ask you to make some changes in your code. So they will say that um, for me they ask like implement a feature that involves database, involves front end, and some route rotation and all that stuff. So all these things you have to know. You need to know whatever you have done in your code, in where you have done and what you have done. So be aware that what you are doing, and is it enough for your project, is it fulfilling all the requirements. These are the basic stuff.
So you mean to say in the Gmeet Viva, online Viva, you will be asked to share the screen and they will ask you to code something in the Viva too, occasionally, not for all the people. So I'll be coding in front of them for any minor feature change, correct? That is what I
Correct.
understood,
It
Mansu.
just it could be, yeah, it could be a basic change, like change the color of the page. It's just basic. Change this
Oh,
button to left side, right side, and it could
oh,
be very complex, but it won't be like you won't be able to do that. It
okay.
just they will give you 10 minutes, and the question will be, if you know your code, if you know your code base, then you will be able to do that.
Okay, bye. That's fine. Thank you.
This is done
And
in level 1 Viva or level 2 Viva?
In level 2 Viva, level Viva, you won't be able, you won't be ask any question. You will just ask to demonstrate your project. You have to share your screen and demonstrate your project.
Okay.
They'll see that do this stuff on your application. That I have a household service app. So in the last term, we made an application called household service app. So they asked me to book a service, create a service professional, create a customer. So delete this service, reject this service, all this stuff that they will ask, and you have to do this. So if you encounter any problem, or they'll so uh, if you haven't done some things that, like there is a requirement that you have to make a functionality that any customer who are like taking a service, and while taking a service, he mentioned the time and date of the service. So he will be able to edit those time and dates before the professional accept his request. So if you haven't implement these things, then your marks will be cut for that particular functionality. So they have a checklist. If you haven't implemented a small functionality, then the marks for that functionality will be cut. And if you not done most of the thing, then they will fail you for that level one. So
Okay.
all the student um, will go to level 2 if you have implemented all the core functionality of the project, and will be able to show in level 1. I think it's
Okay.
clear for all of you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Next, I think.
Sneha?
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to ask that I am facing a little bit of problem while pushing my code in GitHub, because usually I do it with my Windows, but now since we have to do it using WSL, I'm quite confused because in the live sessions, teachers have not shown anything like that. So, like, do you guys guide about it today?
So is
Like,
it where you got that you have to push it with the WSL?
in during the live sessions in the previous term for mat 2, so the instructor said that we have to do the code in WSL and we have to push accordingly, but since I don't have my GitHub account connected with the WSL, I am unable to push it.
Zivraj, is it the thing that we have to do it with WSL?
No, pushing code to GitHub, you can do it using
Yeah,
Windows or
you can use GitHub desktop. It's very easy. If you can do it seamlessly, it's not mandatory that you have to do it with WSL.
there are certain
Okay,
things such
so
as running Redis server, which requires you to install Redis, and it
Yeah, in that case.
is which I think there is no version that is compatible with Windows. That's why you need WSL. Other than that, there is no use case
Yeah,
for
if you are
WSL.
pushing your code to GitHub, then it's
okay,
not
so I
mandatory.
can Okay, so I can just like copy my code and like put it in some proper Windows file, and then I can push it using that, right? Will that be fine?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. I would like to take MAD one theory and project in the next term, Jan term.
Can you repeat?
I want to take the both theory and a project of MAD one.
Yeah, you can do that. You can register for both theory and project.
So, how intense? How much time would it take? Other than theory, if I'm spending some amount of time for theory, that can I automatically be able to implement that in the project directly?
So first 7 weeks of manual theory have some lab assignments. And if you do those lab assignments, then you are well equipped to do with the project.
If I'm able to do the lab assignments on my own, then I'll be immediately able to implement the project also simultaneously.
Yeah. So if you have done all the lab assignments, then I think within a week you can do the course.
Okay, like every week from starting from second or third week of theory, I'll be able to start the project and complete a particular stage of the project, right?
So yeah, if you want to start it chunk-wise, then what you can do by fourth week, you should be able to write all the templates that are required, and then in later weeks you can connect it through uh,
Database.
database database and APIs.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah, like you were saying, it is better to use APIs for each functionality, right? So that it will be a good project. Though we can use using just HTML, but it is preferred the other way you're saying.
Basically, what you do, you render some template. Instead of that, if you can write some API endpoints, then that is a bit easier.
Have you done Flask on Flask API before?
No, I have a slight, just a basic knowledge about HTML and CSS. Nothing.
So it will be there. There are some functionality to render HTML page with the Flask route. So it,
Mhm.
you will be taught in the lab in the theory course, and if you do the lab assignment, then you will have better idea how to implement certain things. And so basically, Jivraj is wanted to say that if you complete your lab assignment, then you are good to go for the project. In the If you complete lab assignment, suppose all the lab assignment today, then
Hmm.
from the next day you can say that you can work on your application very easily.
Okay.
If you want to do it simultaneously, then what you can do, you can create the HTML pages and then later you can connect it with.
Yeah, correct. You can do the HTML pages before, and I think in third week or fourth week they will in the third week they will teach you how to implement a Ginger template and how to make templates for a particular page.
Yes. Uh, and for Mad One theory, the basic concepts are taught through the video, right? And the live sessions are also helpful in Mad One theory.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Live session, the instructors are really good. They will teach you everything, whatever is necessary.
Okay, so basically we can watch simply the videos some speed and later on, but it is better to attend the live session, learn better quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
I think about the project was what was to ask something. So there will be only a few windows to submit the project, right? Not
There will be
always as soon as we complete our level we are submitting. It's not like that.
So there will be submission windows. So if you complete your project early, then you can submit in that window. You will be communicated with the email for each window. So whenever you are done with your code, you can submit. But there will be deadline that after that you won't be able to submit. So it's basically, I think, last starting of April, I think.
Okay, okay. But the first window will be for 4 to 5 days in February. Later on in March also there will be a 1 week window submission.
It will be like 1 to 15 February. I think I'm assuming I think it's the timeline is not yet released. It's like 1 to 15 February. If you submit in 1 to 15 February, I'm taking an example. If you submit in 1 to 15 February, then you will be like um,
Mhm.
first window it will be the first window submission. So you
Mhm.
can take your viva in 15 to 20 whatever dates are provided, and if you submit in 1 to 15 March, then that will be the second window. it's
Okay.
like that.
After completing level 1 Viva, we'll be given another 10 days gap before the level 2 Viva.
No, no, it will not be. It will be like 2 to 3 days gap, maybe maximum.
Immediately after level 1, we should be prepared for the level 2 with all the concepts that were taught in the theory subject.
Yeah, more maximum it can go to 7 to 8 days, because there will be like, if you have, so first 4 days for level 1. So suppose level 1 dates are 10 to 15. So if you taken the level 1 Viva in on the 10th, then the level 2 Viva will be on, suppose starting on 17th, then it will be the 7 day gaps. So it's like that.
Yes, yes. Okay. So for level 2 Viva, it's basically we will be having to demonstrate our project also simultaneously. If they are asking any theory part that was taught in the MAD 1, we should be able to answer, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay, so most of the marks for the level 2 Viva will be um, based on the theory only, right? How good we are in the theory part. That will give us a better grade in the level 2.
So yeah, the proctor will be industry expert, so they will check your knowledge for the course. So it will be bit hard, but it's not like you won't be able to do it if you know what you have done and you have very strong
Yes, understanding how
foundation
the
for
web.
that course. Then it will be easy. Go through the question that I've shared with in the chat, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
will
yeah,
be able
yeah.
to.
In any case, if we are not able to complete it, we'll take a new project in the next term. Two terms of choice is given.
Correct, correct.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that's all.
When is the registration opening for next time? Hello.
Hello. Yeah,
When,
I think
when,
this. Yeah, yeah.
when is the registration is opening for next time?
Registration dates.
Ah, yeah.
I think it's tomorrow.
From tomorrow onwards.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it will be tomorrow, 31st.
For how many days?
Most likely it will be extended, but it's 31st to 1, 2 days only they have shared. But it will be, I think, extended.
Okay.
Sir, excuse me. It's already open, sir, the registration.
Uh, Repeat.
I
Can you
just
repeat?
made payment this morning. Just for your
The
information, sir. That's all. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, as you mentioned before that we should not share our project code on GitHub or any another online platform. So
Mhm.
if once our project is evaluated, then can we share our project on GitHub or any another online platform?
Once the term gets over, you can share it.
once you get your grades for the project, then you can share.
Yes, okay, okay. Thank you.
Uh, Penumali Pratap, do you have some question?
No. Yeah, I asked my question. That's all.
Your hand is raised.
Yes, sorry.
R. Gunwati.
Can you give us a small introduction on the current semester, problem statement, Quizmaster? Is it very similar to where the NEET student or JE student they use these type of Quizmasters for a daily solvable thing? Like, is it that type of thing, or am I audible?
Yeah, it is kind of similar stuff.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have to check. I haven't checked the. I think
Even I
it's
haven't
like,
checked, but it have got some question ID, then it have got some question statement,
it's,
then some options. So it is kind of similar, I guess.
but it won't be like you won't be evaluated on the front end. So you, if you do done the all the basic stuff that is mentioned in the project, then it's I think it's the med one project statement is very basic. You don't need to do very high class front end or any sort of that thing.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Any further questions? If you have any doubt, you can still ask Divraj bhai and Himanshu bhai. So
No further questions, bhai. If this video is uploaded, it will be useful. But I think I have been posted the Sundarban homepage, so I was posted. If I search over there, it will be available.
yes, it will be available.
Okay, really appreciate. Thank you.
Okay.
If you have any question, then you can ask or
Yes, I had a question.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, uh, can you tell me where I can get the recorded video of yesterday for BDM project?
Which project?
BDM project.
B.
I think we had tomorrow the session tomorrow yesterday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. One sec.
Basically, they will be uploading on the same YouTube channel. You can always search on the channel.
Yeah, it's not uploaded right now. That's why I was asking if it would be uploaded or not.
It will be uploaded by tonight or
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, Aradhya, since no more doubts, you can turn off the recording.
Okay.
All the best, everyone.
So thank you Divraj bhai and Himanshu bhai for mentoring this session and helping all of us out.
Thank you, bye.